to attend the podcast with our honored principal ma'am. First of all, good morning, ma'am. I would like to congratulate you on completion of 22 years of our great MSPs. How are you feeling?
Thank you so much. A great feeling indeed. Today we are celebrating the 22nd Founders Day of Mother Sita Public School. Nothing was suggested when we started. We didn't have the name, we didn't have the fame. It was just I was in education since my childhood. When I was in class 8, I used to tutor the students of class 10. They used to come to me and I don't know, but they were very happy after whatever I tried to convey to them through the subjects, and they were very much convinced. So I thought I can be a good teacher, maybe. So my career started from class 8. I started teaching when I was around 11 to 12 years old. After that, after graduating from Delhi University Hansraj College, I was given a gold medal because I scored a very high percentage. My questions and my answer books were preserved. The way I used to write and the method of conveying the answers was too much appreciated. Got married in Jhansi when I was 21. Taught in St. Francis Convent Modern Public School, Army School. After collecting the experience of those many schools and the urge to become a good administrator and an educator, I thought we must come up with our own institution. So the foundation of Mother Sita Public School was laid in 2004 and our journey started from there. Owing something, if you own something, that is totally different from if you are employed somewhere. Because when you own something, then the reputation of the institution as well as your way of conducting the things comes up. The journey started and we are still on the path. It is not that we have completed the journey. We are still struggling and trying to come up with whatever achievements and whatever goals are thought of for Mother Sita Public School.
We are so glad to know about your journey. So, ma'am, my first question is, as every success has its own struggle, what are the biggest challenges you face when you first started at school? And what are the steps that you help you to keep going on even today?
When I was a child, when I was studying, I observed there are so many things, there are so many gaps that have to be filled. The teacher and the student relationships, the kind of methods the teachers are following, the kind of scenario, whatever was the scenario at that time of teaching, I was not very much convinced with that. So I thought, why not apply my methods of teaching, which are totally different from stereotype, mugging up and just writing the question answers and then mugging up the things. It is totally different from that. I wanted my students to understand the concepts. The concepts, if are built at proper time and with proper pace, I think the subject comes on its own. So the concept building was my main motive while teaching, which was a total gap in the education sector. So the thing was that why not to teach the teachers how to convey whatever they want to convey through the lessons in the books, and that was my main challenge when I opened up this school at Sarandra Nagar, Jhansi, a remote area, a village kind of an area. I was told your concepts are good, but the area what you have chosen is not correct. Whatever you want to give to the society. But then I thought, if I am with the people who are already educated, then what is the value of giving education to the people who really need them? So here in Sarandranagar, Hasari, there were so many parents who were not convinced by method of teaching like English medium and other things, but slowly and gradually, I have tried my best to give to the society whatever they deserve through education. Many parents and many children have come up in this area, and I can see students who are even in UPSC, medical, IITs with their own efforts and studies, they have shown flying colors. So in a way, I'm happy and confident that we are producing certain people who can give something to the society.
Ma'am, in this era of competition, new schools are spawning up everywhere in the cities. What do you think sets us apart from them?
Um,
And what are the initiatives or you think strategies we have taken that we have found our school has been elected as the best school in our district out of the 3000 schools? Would you mind putting some light on that achievement also?
I'm not in a position to compare my school with any of the schools over here in Nasi. I may not be having a very good infrastructure or things that attract the students. जैसे आज का कंपटीशन का एरा है तो हमारा मेन फोकस स्कूल को सजाने पे चला गया है। तो हमको स्कूल को सजाना नहीं है, हमको
Focus on education.
बढ़ाना है, उसको बच्चे को पढ़ाना है, बच्चे को तैयार करना है कि वो लाइफ में आगे चलकर अपने आप को प्रेजेंट कर पाए, अपने आप को स्टैंड कर पाए। तो सजाने से अच्छा अगर हम स्कूल में ऐसी फैसिलिटीज जो एक नॉर्मल बच्चे के लिए रिक्वायर्ड है उतनी दे पाएँ और जैसे साफ पीने का पानी है, स्वच्छ हवा है और अच्छे एयरी आपके क्लासरूम्स हैं, तो मुझे नहीं लगता कि एक बच्चा जो एसी में बैठ के पढ़ रहा है और एक जो फैन में बैठ के पढ़ रहा है उसकी पढ़ाई पे उस चीज़ से कुछ फर्क पड़ता है। इट इज़ मेनली the hard work and the perseverance which the child should have, the confidence he should have, those skills should be inculcated in the students, not that बहुत सी चीज़ें अगर हम टीचिंग एड्स में देखें तो आज इतना कॉम्पिटिशन है कि टीचिंग एड्स इतने तरह के अवेलेबल हैं, उन्हीं चीज़ों को हम घर पे भी बनाकर या अपने वेस्ट मटेरियल से भी बनाकर वही चीज़ें हम सिखा सकते हैं। तो मेरा मानना ये है कि आप बच्चे में ऐसी क्वालिटीज फिल करें कि वो अपने आसपास की चीज़ों को यूज़ करके या उसके पास जो अवेलेबल है वो चीज़ों को यूज़ करके अपना पढ़ाई को तरीकों को आसान कर पाए। तो हम मिनिमलिस्टिक मटेरियल में भी बच्चे को पढ़ाना चाहते हैं, वो हमारा मोटिव है। आज की लग्जरी की चीज़ें अगर हम बच्चों को प्रोवाइड करेंगे तो उसको खुद कमा के खुद लानी चाहिए, प्रोवाइड हमें नहीं कराना, उसको अपनी लाइफ को खुद बनाना है और खुद उन चीज़ों के लिए स्ट्रगल करना है।
Ma'am, in majority of students nowadays, a lack of goal is a big concern today. So, what do you think? What are the main reasons behind this? And is it a big sport in next generation? And what step you are taking to inspire a student to dream big again?
When I started the institution, so my main focus was on the foundation of a child. Like it is said in our slogan also, it is a Nagasita Public School is a right foundation. Why? Because if your foundation is strong, your roots are strong, तो आपको कोई भी आगे बढ़ने से या पनपने से रोक नहीं सकता। तो the thing is कि हमारा जो बच्चा आज का है वो अपने गोल्स इसलिए खो चुका है क्योंकि जब तक वो हायर स्टैंडर्ड्स में पहुंचता है 7th, 8th, 9th में, because he lacks the basics, he lacks the concepts, तो वो अपने बिल्डिंग को बना ही नहीं पाता, वो सोच ही नहीं पाता कि मेरे को आगे बढ़कर कुछ करना है लाइफ में या उसको अचीव करना है। आज पेरेंट उसको इतनी फैसिलिटीज प्रोवाइड कर देता है, मोबाइल दे देता है, बाइक दे देता है घूमने के लिए। तो उसका फोकस जो है वो कुछ लाइफ में अचीव करने से हट के जो उसके पास पहले से फैसिलिटीज है उन्हीं को यूज करने में निकल जाता है। क्यों? क्योंकि उसके अंदर भूख नहीं है उस चीज को कमाने की, उस चीज को अपने लिए खरीदने की। ऑलरेडी उसके पास सारी फैसिलिटीज अवेलेबल हैं। तो मेरा एक पेरेंट्स से ये कहना है कि आप बच्चे को फैसिलिटीज प्रोवाइड ना करके जो उसकी रोजमर्रा की चीजें रिक्वायर्ड है, जैसे गुड फूड, गुड स्लीप, गुड टीचिंग, स्टडिंग टाइम, जो उसका डिसिप्लिन बनाना है लाइफ में वो बनाइए। बनस्पति उसको फैसिलिटीज देकर, मोबाइल देकर, बाइक से प्रोवाइड करके उसको गुमराह मत करिए। उसको अपना गोल सोच के उसको अचीव करने के लिए मेहनत करने का मौका दीजिए। और जो चीज़ें आप उसको घर में रहते हुए प्रोवाइड कर सकते हैं, जैसे बहुत बैलेंस डाइट बच्चे को दीजिए, क्योंकि आज की तारीख में बच्चे को ये नहीं मालूम कि उसको क्या खाना है और कौन सी ऐसी चीज़ें हैं जो उसके माइंड और उसकी बॉडी को खराब कर रही हैं। Because a healthy mind lives in a healthy body. So if your body is strong, you are eating good kind of food, good quality of food, तो ही आप कंसंट्रेट कर सकते हैं पढ़ाई पे और अपने गोल्स को अचीव कर सकते हैं। उसके लिए कुछ पॉइंट्स हैं, जैसे कि बैलेंस डाइट खाना, टाइम से सोना। वो जो आज के तारीख में बच्चों का फोकस जो है सिर्फ 2 या 3 बजे तक जागने का है, वो भी मोबाइल चलाने के लिए, नॉट फॉर स्टडीज। तो स्लीपिंग टाइम इज ऑल्सो वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट। गुड फूड इज इम्पॉर्टेंट। कुछ देर पढ़ ले, जैसे आधा घंटा या 40 मिनट्स आपने पढ़ लिया, वही कंसंट्रेशन टाइम होगा, देन यू आर ब्रेक ऑफ 10 मिनट्स, देन अगेन सिट फॉर स्टडी। सो फॉलोइंग द स्टेप्स ऑफ डिसिप्लिन एंड फॉलोइंग सर्टेन स्टेप्स इन लाइफ, आप अपने आप को एक अच्छे एनवायरनमेंट में रख के और अपनी जो इच्छाएं हैं उन्हें पूरा कर आगे जा सकते हैं। तो गोल एक लाइफ में होना और उसको अचीव करने के लिए उसकी एनर्जी होना, ऊर्जा होना, वो भी बहुत इम्पोर्टेंट है।
Ma'am, as you all know, behind every great leader there is a strong team. Have you ever felt, in your personal opinion, disappointed or discouraged by your team, or have they always been supportive of you?
That is a very good question, because it is never possible for one person to achieve anything in life. It is always a teamwork. I am blessed that I am supported by my husband, by my family, by my children, and at the same time with my teachers. I have always got a good support with my colleagues, and all of them have taught me, and my students also. Those students who come to me and talk to me, I get information from them also, and I try to utilize that. So I am in a way blessed that from all sides I am supported from each person of my team and my family. Thank you so much for that.
Ma'am, teachers are the backbones of the school. In your experience, do you really feel that the teacher at LSPS truly shares your vision for the school, or do you mostly see it just as a prop?
That is a tedious question, but at the same time, whenever I appoint any teacher, I try to convey my vision to that teacher. I try to train the teachers, those who come under me, that this kind of a method or this kind of teaching I want in my student. And many of them achieve them, not 100% I can say, but many of them, most of them try to achieve whatever I tell them to follow. And at the same time, I have always heard that a teacher who is teaching Mother Sita and who is leading Mother Sita is well trained, so that gives me a message that yes, they are doing their best and giving MSPs their best in all ways.
Ma'am, you know, of course, this new generation, Gen Zs, they are so dependent on AI and internet. How do you feel about this? And is it something, a fault of the education system? Because they are not even interested in studying anymore. Who do you think needs to
as you know, a coin has two sides, head and tail. Our feelings are of two kinds, positive and negative. So everything whichever is coming in our path has two sides. In the same way, AI and the latest technology, both of them can be, if they are used in a proper way, they can be very helpful to you. Like if a child is studying at home and he has no money to go for,
Coachings.
coachings and tuitions, then if he uses, once he is stuck at a point and if he uses AI and other technology for the information, then it is good enough because at least he is not stuck, he is going ahead. If he is stuck somewhere and he asks AI that I'm stuck here and I want to use your brain to solve this problem, then it is in a good sense. But if a child starts writing and he is using AI without knowing where he is stuck and where he needs to use that technology, then it is of no use. He is not even using his brain for any kind of activity. He is just mugging up from the ChatGPT or AI and just writing the same thing. So he is losing all his skills, writing skills, reading skills, all are lost. So he's inviting troubles for himself. So it is up to you as a child needs to be guided by the parent and the teacher that use the technology in a proper sense. Like mobiles were used for emergency calls. Somebody has met an accident, he can call his parent and call. If some girl is in trouble, he can call through the mobile. But nowadays it is being used as a friend, as a family member. Everybody is using a mobile as if they do not need anyone else in their life. So that companionship with the mobile is a bit tricky, but not needed at the moment. So it is the guidance and the mentorship which is given by the parents and the teachers to use the technology in a proper sense by the child.
So, ma'am, what are the best and proud moments of school which you would like to share with us, or student, teacher, or of your own?
The proud feeling that gives me a sense of contentment is when a child, say 5 to 6 year old, comes to me in office and he gives me a toffee, and if I say thank you for that, he would ask me, ma'am, how are you? A small child coming to my office and then wishing me and asking me, ma'am, how are you doing? And he has that confidence to talk to me, and that gives me a very high feeling that yes, the children who are coming to us are not going empty handed. They have something in them. The confidence that they are building here and giving a kind of a sense that they are belonging to Mother Sita Public School and they can represent themselves anywhere in the world. That gives me a very good feeling. And of course, the students of class 11th and 12th, when they are guided properly, they come up with flying colors, and their parents come to me and then they say, कि मैम हमने सोचा नहीं था कि हमारा बच्चा इतना अच्छा परफॉर्म करेगा, because he was not going for any coaching and tuitions, but through school studies only he has proved himself that also kind of so a small child and a person who has come up to class 11 and 12 from the childhood through the journey of Mother Sita Public School, he is also coming up and showing his confidence and knowledge to the world, and I'm very proud of that.
Thank you, ma'am. To conclude our podcast, I would like to ask you to give us some words of advice for the teachers and also for us.
You said for the teachers and for students, my most important advice will go for parents. Why? Because nowadays students are misguided, at the same time the parents are also misguided. They hardly take the responsibility of the child. Whenever they come to me, they tell me कि मैम हम तो जॉब पे चले जाते हैं, हम मदर जो है वो किचन में रहती हैं, तो I always वंडर कि उस बच्चे के साथ उस बच्चे को ख्याल रखने के लिए कौन है हमारे पास जो इतनी छोटी और टेंडर एज में है, और हम एज अ पेरेंट अपनी ड्यूटी को इग्नोर करते हुए कि हम जॉब पे जाते हैं। एवरीबडी वुड कम विद द रीजन कि हमारे घर में ये हो गया था, हमारे ये प्रॉब्लम, कोई ये नहीं बताता। मुझे आज तक किसी तरह ने बोला कि मैम मेरे बच्चे की ये प्रॉब्लम है, या मेरे बच्चे को आप गाइड करिए या उसको समझाइए कि उसको किस तरह से आगे बढ़ना है, उसके लिए क्या अच्छी चीज़ें हैं और क्या है। हम स्कूल में उनको बताकर फॉलो नहीं करवा सकते, पेरेंट ही अपने बच्चे को वो चीज़ें फॉलो करा सकता है जो हम उसको बताते हैं। तो आई वॉन्ट कि पेरेंट्स शुड कम अप now and they should hold the hand of the child, sit with the child, talk to the child, whatever ठीक है वो पढ़ा नहीं सकते, I understand, but at least they can sit and talk to their children wherever the problems, whatever problems they are facing, what kind of friends they are dealing with, what kind of company do they have, and all that should be taken care of by the parents. And to the teachers also, I would like to convey कि गुरु बनिए, शिक्षक बनिए, सारथी बनिए। सारथी बनना इज मोस्ट इम्पोर्टेंट। उसमें आप बच्चे का हाथ पकड़ के उसको गाइड करिए कि कौन सा पाथ उसके लिए ठीक है, टॉकिंग टू द चाइल्ड। उसको आप समझाइए कि लाइफ में कौन कौन से पॉजिटिव बातें हैं जो उसको आगे लेकर जा सकती हैं और आगे बढ़ने में मदद कर सकती हैं। एंड टू द स्टूडेंट्स आई वुड से दे शुड concentrate and focus. Focus is most important point. आपका क्या गोल है और आपका क्या फोकस है उसके तरफ। जैसे अर्जुन सिर्फ आपको देखकर तीर चलाता था, तो आपका भी एक फोकस होना चाहिए लाइफ में। लेकिन एज आई सेड पॉजिटिव नेगेटिव चलता है, तो a child should be able to handle the success and failure both. ऐसा नहीं है कि सिर्फ 100% आएंगे वही इंसान लाइफ में आगे बढ़ता है या वही सब कुछ करता है। एक नॉर्मल इंसान जो 60-70% है, बट ही इज अ गुड मैन, ही इज अ गुड पर्सन, he is humble, he is wise, he has the life skills how to earn the bread. तो कोई ज़रूरी नहीं है कि आप 90 या 100% वाले तभी आप लाइफ में आगे बढ़ सकते हैं। Once you are a good man, a good person, a good human being, and you have the skills which will help you to earn your bread, that is more than enough to remain happy, and success will definitely be yours.
Thank you, ma'am. We are honored to have you on podcast. Thank you, Asli.
Thank you so much, Anushka and Astha, for asking me these questions so that I could express myself and my feelings too.
Thank you, ma'am. We all know our MSPS keeps flourishing and has a great future ahead.
Yeah, we are very good. Thank you.